So to me, the word sacred sex invokes the idea of more tantric principles and thinking of it more as like a spiritual experience rather than going into it just wanting to get off. Like to me, sacred sex takes out the equation of like needing to orgasm. Because in Tantra, we talk about removing the idea that there is a goal in mind and coming back to the present moment of each stroke, each kiss, each moment to moment unfolding, and being really present to what you're feeling rather than, oh, I have this place to go. I have to get orgasm or I need to get off, you know? So to me, it means a lot of things, but it mostly means going into it with a lot of presence and being aware of what you're doing energetically.
I love it. So this is going to help someone that out there that might have just heard, because I love everything you just said, Melissa. This will help someone that is like openly like single like I am, and like I'm even on my like online dating profile, it says I love and value human connection, and at the same time not looking for a monogamous relationship. I'm so open and honest with everyone that I come in contact with, and just this is my favorite part of life, and because I'm so aware of energy, and like it's very common for me, like when I'm having sexual experience, to go beyond like bliss and euphoria. Like these words are just descriptions for me. Like I'm going past that, because like all I care about is how much I can vibe with this human being, like how much fun we could have and how much our energy can go up together, how much we can enjoy the experience. I don't tell girls this beforehand, but like normally during and after, like it comes up. Like the reason I stay in such good shape is so I never get tired. Like I just know, like I'm running, whenever you guys see me running miles out on the side, like it's so that I can enjoy my favorite part of life more. There's also exercises for guys out there that we can do. I do 2 different exercises so that I'm strong and can last as long as I want, and so that I can let my energy go all the way up to where I can snap my fingers and come if I wanted to, but I don't have to. I can just keep going. So I get to like have like full body orgasms, but not like ejaculate. So I can enjoy like the whole thing. So that's another thing, you know, for guys out there that I think a lot of aren't aware of. But my point is, like, even for people that maybe you just met someone today, like there's so many times where the universe will bring people into my life that I didn't even know existed 5 seconds ago. And we're just vibing. Like I get to share with them what I know about life and everything that I, you know, share and teach, and you know they get to share the things with me, and we get to share awarenesses and just vibe, and we just want to spend the whole day together. And then it's like, oh my gosh, like this experience that I just had with this human being is like off the charts. Like, you know, it's just like we didn't know each other existed, but we're still sharing this beautiful vibe. And so if it matters to you and you just want to like, you know, just really enjoy life and experiences with people, and it's not just about a goal, just like let me just get off and let me do this, this, and this. It can be sacred regardless if like you don't have to know, and Melissa wasn't saying that you have to, but I'm just reiterating out there, you don't have to know someone for days, weeks, months, years to be able to have a sacred bond with another human being, because truly we're all just different expressions of the same non-physical energy. Like we're all connected, we're all one. We hear this cliche, but like I really, really know and understand how this is true, and I want everybody to, so that we don't look at each other as strangers, just maybe people that haven't been in the same place at the same time yet. And if we choose to share a beautiful life experience, sexual or not, it could be awesome, and it could be sacred for sure. So,
absolutely. I completely agree. 2 conscious people coming together can definitely have that experience.
100%.
Love that. Thank you for addressing that.
Yeah, for me, what's most important is people get really clear and honest about what's important to them. Like that's most important, because just like we said, like what you described at the beginning, if we're like not being truthful with ourselves, and we're not being truthful like as far as what we're projecting out into the world, it's really just a rough place for us to live, you know, first and foremost. So we can get clear on what's important to us, and then be totally okay with sharing that with anyone that wants to know, or like that needs to know. Like if they're gonna choose to whether or not to participate in our life experience with us, then it's awesome, because then everybody gets to choose off of that, you know, place of being honest with each other. And there's 7 billion people on the earth, almost 8 billion people on the earth. So you can attract people that want the same things that you want. It doesn't have to be like this scarcity mentality of, if I share with them that I'm not looking for a monogamous relationship, maybe they won't want to have sex with me. Maybe they won't. There's plenty of people that I've shared that with, and it's just like, well, no, I don't want to get hurt. Like I am looking for that right now. And it's like, awesome. I get to actually share some things with them that help them attract the relationship that they want, and have done that many times. And we never went there like sexually, and it's all good. It doesn't mean that we weren't attracted to each other. It doesn't mean that we won't both live awesome lives.
Yes. Absolutely. I love that. Thank you.
Absolutely. So with the everlasting love part, and like, with your clients, like, are most of them coming to you that are already in relationships or looking for, or a little bit of both, or what's that look like for you? And what's your views on, like, are you sharing with people like that there's more than just monogamy, or is that the main thing that people are coming to you for? Or what? I'm always curious when it comes to love coaches, when it comes to that. That was like 3 questions.
It's all of the above, all of it. So I spoke with someone the other day who is in a polyamorous relationship. So there's ways to navigate that in a healthy way, as long as everyone's on the same page. I also have a lot of people coming to me wanting to attract their soulmate. So I run them through a manifesting their soulmate exercise, and we dive into what they're looking for to get really clear on what they're attracting. And then there's also women like myself who have been in a committed relationship for 10 plus years, and trying to figure out how to make it spicy and like exciting and all of the things. So it's a lot of women are coming to me in all of the areas. So a lot of women that are in relationship are wanting to introduce their partner into Tantra, and like, how do I even bring it up in conversation, that kind of thing. So it's full spectrum. It's all of the above.
I love it. I love it. It makes me so happy when people can just, what I mentioned a second ago, just be super clear on what's important to them, and not just know that none of us have to sacrifice what matters to us most for any reason or anyone. Like, we could just attract to us someone that wants the same things that we want. Like, literally, I can't like emphasize that enough. I see so many people thinking how they need to be or how they should be. Like, the word should and shouldn't doesn't even come out of my mouth. Like, says who? Like, we're all, like, just enjoy your life however you want to enjoy it, and then just play with people and enjoy life with people that want similar things. Or even if they don't want similar things, you can still enjoy life, but just maybe not together in that context. But it's all good. Like, love each other and support each other out there. Like, everybody's different. We're all here on a different path, and I root for everybody. I want everybody to do whatever is most exciting for them, because that's what we came here for.
Yeah, I like to ask the question, what makes you feel most free? Because that usually answers a lot of questions. If being in a monogamous relationship feels freeing to you, then that's probably what's most aligned. If being in a polyamorous relationship feels most freeing, then that's most aligned usually in that case. And I love how you said the word should, because in a lot of the work that I've done, I've removed the word should, I've removed the word can't, try, and but. And I think our words are so important, and I love how you brought that up. So if anyone out there is using those words, do your best to remove those, because you're usually trying to be something that you think other people want you to be in that case. Or like the word should or try or can't, like, or but, like, there's a lot of resistance behind those words. So looking at whenever you use those words and becoming aware of how those words are not serving you in general.
I love that. We're gonna go on a little quick explanation of this. I'm looking for something that I can emphasize this. So this crystal sitting right here, like, if this is in my hand, like, I'd say, Melissa, try to pick up this crystal. Like, how's Melissa gonna try to? She's either gonna pick up the crystal or she's not. How's she gonna try to pick up? So I love that with the word try. Whenever you say the word but, the things that you just said right before that, you basically have disempowered those things. Yes. So it's like, I love you, but I would be careful with that one. So include the word and. So yes. I love you, and I would love to talk about some things that are important to me. So you replace yes. with ands. And what's the other one? Can't? Well, all of us can't. We can all be, do, and have anything that we want. So that is probably the biggest disempowering one. Definitely eliminate that. And yes, I'm happy you brought that up. I've never mentioned those specific examples on a podcast, but those are fun. Those are all words that are not in my vocabulary at all. I catch myself, like, even the buts, like, I'll make sure to say, and super important. Like, that's super important. I love that.
Yeah, because you negate everything you said before that, Yeah. So I love that. Awesome. Being your own source of love, because I think a lot of us look externally. A lot of women end up being in like a caregiving position because they're always looking externally to please others and all of that. So I would remind everyone listening, dive into what you need. Like, what do you need to feel whole and loved and listen to that voice. Because if we're keeping to look outside, if we keep looking outside to keep moving forward, to like validate the external world, we're never going to be happy. But if we dive inward and become our own source of love and learn how to hold our own heart, then we will truly feel love for ourselves and can share that with other people. So really becoming our own source of love and pleasure to fill our own cup so that we can pour into others even better.
That's such good advice. Everybody, well, live, you guys can't do this, but when it's posted, rewind and listen to what Melissa just said again. That's so important. Like, seriously, if you do what Melissa just said in any area of life, if you can really, you can have that loving vibration, because for all of us, like, we can only be loved in the moment. Like, you could say you love someone all you want, and if you're yelling at them or slapping them, like, right now you're not being loved. So love is a frequency that can be measured, and we'll measure out differently for all of us. Like, it's just so labeled, but at the same time, like, we know when we're like being loved, like, we know that we can be honest with ourselves. So if you're like loving yourself and like truly being loved without needing someone on the external, your partner or anyone or anything, to help you feel that way, then you get to take that energy to the experiences that you have with your partner or doing anything else that you're doing. And then it just gets intensified because you're already whole and complete before experiencing that life experience with your partner or with whatever you're doing. And so now you're able to just be present and just see how much fun, how much enjoyment, how much pleasure, how much just love for life you can have, you know, in these moments. And that's true for all of us. So it's so important. It's all I care about, Melissa, is if I'm connected right now to whatever you want to relate to out there, God, universe, love, all that is, source, you know, infinite intelligence, like, we can really be connected with that, because that's who all of us truly are. Like, we all look different and like have different things going on externally. Like, we're all different physical expressions, but really what's allowing our hearts to beat, our minds to work, the planets to orbit, nature to flow the way it does, is all the same non-physical energy. And that's who we are. That's what we're creating with. So, so important what Melissa said. I'm so happy that we shared it.